Right, so diving straight in then to the backstory about the chap that I spoke to called Aidan on a call, I think it was just before Christmas. And throughout this conversation, we were chatting about how his IBS affected him, what challenges he had. He was telling me about work, the gym, and I asked him, I said, well, is your relationship taking a hit with your missus? Because he said he was married, he got kids. And he said, actually, my wife is really understanding. She's really good. And I said, does she get it? Because a lot of guys that I speak to, Aidan, don't seem to get it. They don't seem to understand. They don't seem to make that connection of to what IBS is, what a flare-up is, what the symptoms that the man is going through, physically and obviously in his head. And he said, actually, one of the things that was passed on to him and that he tried was to explain to her, like long time ago, kids were in bed, sat down, he said, we turned the TV off, and he said, babe, look, he said, a flare-up is pretty much like a woman's periodic cycle. And she was like, what? I said, not the same thing, clearly not the same thing. IBS flare-up or IBS does not equal a period, but the symptoms and what I'm going through for me is similar to the symptoms and what you go through when you have like the time of the month. And straight away, without him even explaining much further, his missus was like, got it. I get it. And if you think about it, and I know all women are different, some women are robust and their time of the month is like, yeah, it's no problem at all. So they might struggle to make the connection. But typically, they'll know women left and right that don't have that same resilience, that do struggle with it. And that's the problem with IBS, especially for men. Most women hear stomach issues and think that you mean a bit of a dodgy stomach. Go to the toilet, deal with it, take some medication and just get on with it. That's what they think. But IBS flare-ups are not, as you know, a minor inconvenience. They can be full throttle. They can be crazy, can't they? And we're talking urgency, stomach cramps, bloating, fatigue. You just don't want to do anything, do you? Aside from maybe constipation and diarrhea, but in terms of the symptoms that are going on. And when you relate that to, if you think about it, a lot of women, not all women, but most women in their periodic cycle have mild or severe bloating, stomach cramps, pains in their lower abdomen and the tops of their legs. They have low mood. Their mood changes, doesn't it? They have less need or desire to do certain things, should we say. Just like men with IBS, not all men, but for a lot of guys, a lot of these symptoms overlap. And it's the same like if you think about it, some men, they don't want to have sex. When they're in full flare-up, they don't want to know. They don't want to have sex. They just want to be left alone, on the couch, in bed, whatever that looks like, hot water bottle, some painkillers, until they come round. It's exactly the same for some women, isn't it? A lot of women are like that when it's their periodic cycle, especially when it's at the peak, should we say, after day 2 or day 3. They just want to be left alone. They're in a bit of pain, maybe tired, low mood, not feeling right, don't want to have, they don't want to get close to their husband. And here's the exact way you can steal it. You can save it, watch this again, maybe take some notes and just try it. If you've got the biggest thing is to pluck up the courage and have that conversation. Have the difficult conversation with your wife. Sit down tonight, just when the kids are in bed and you know they're asleep so they're not eavesdropping because you don't want the kids listening in. Maybe put some music on in the background, I don't know, whatever, glass of wine, cup of tea, whatever that looks like. Just sit down and say, babe, I really want to share with you my experience and, what my IBS is and what it's doing to me so that you can get it. And if she loves you, if she cares about you enough, she's going to listen, isn't she? Just say, look, IBS symptoms are not some myth. It's a real condition. It's not just some dodgy stomach. It's not just running to the toilet. It's an actual thing that I've been diagnosed with. And, he says, you can say, look, I know you don't feel it the way I do, and hopefully she hasn't got IBS. Maybe you're with somebody that's got IBS and they get it, but typically they haven't. Say, but a flare-up is a little bit like your cycle in terms of how it affects my day-to-day. It affects my energy. I get stomach cramps, maybe some pains. I feel tired, if I've not said that already. I might feel a little bit nauseous. Maybe you've got other things going on as well, but it's very, very similar. And a lot of women, most women, if you say that to them, like Aidan's wife did, she got it straight away. It's kind of like painting a picture, isn't it? Being an artist and painting a picture for somebody. Pictures paint 1,000 words. So if you use that analogy, hopefully, if she cares about you and she's listening, she'll get that. And I just say to her, look, if I cancel something, like if I'm cancelling a plan or not wanting to do something, it's because I've got this flare up going on, I've got these symptoms going on, a bit like when you've had your worst period, your worst time of the month. Think back to that worst time. Did you want to go to a restaurant? Did you want to go out and meet friends? Did you want to do this and go dancing and have dinner and this, that, and that? No, I didn't. It's like that with me until I get better, until I've had some, if you're taking supplements, medication, or whatever you're doing to manage those symptoms, until that flare up goes back down and things return back to normal, then I can do all the things that we can be doing as a couple. Does that make sense? And she should say, yeah.